My name is Sean Witcher. I'm one of the DJ tech support guys here at Rane Corporation, and I'm here to talk about the MP25 mixer. The MP25 mixer is our latest 19-inch rack mixer. It's a 4U rack mixer, and it's a real 4U mixer, meaning once you connect all your inputs and outputs, you're not going to lose a rack space. Very handy. It's a 4-channel mixer. Each channel has the 3-band EQ, low high-pass filter that we adopted from the 68. Each channel has its own flex effect send return to go an external loop or a USB loop. You have 2 mic inputs with talkover. Each mic has its own level control. There's a mic input on the front here that can do XLR or 1/4 inch. On the back of the unit, there's 2 mic inputs here as well. One of the mic inputs has a line option, so you can do instrument inputs if you'd like to. There's 4 program inputs. Each of these can be selected line or phono, so you can mix and match your phono line inputs here. There's 4 auxiliary inputs on the back, which can be selected on any one of these program inputs. So if you have a bunch of stuff connected, you don't have to toggle wires. You can select any of those inputs on here. We have the flex effect send return level controls here with the separate metering for the effects. So once you send the effects out to an external processor, you can match the levels before you bring the effects in, which is really handy. We have a main output here and a zone output and a booth output on the back of the mixer. The digital, well, there's a digital output, but the main outputs here are XLR, and there's also an RCA option for an output. Both the zone and booth output are balanced outputs as well that can do mono switching. You just connect one cable and it'll switch mono internally. You don't have to mess with any sub boxes. There's a mono stereo option on the back panel for the master outputs and a gain reduction option here on the back. So you can set it up so the DJs don't blow up your speakers. The send return here, you can send out into external effects processors, mono or stereo, just by connecting a single jack for mono. We have a dedicated record output here and a digital output, as I mentioned earlier, and a universal power supply. You can plug into any power output, and as long as you have the right cable, it'll work fine. There's a high-speed USB 2.0 port on the back of the mixer, which supports the 24-bit 48K audio sound card inside here. You can do 22 streaming channels of audio. You can do 12 inputs and 10 outputs. Each of those digital outputs for the USB sound card are selectable here. So you can have USB options 1 through 8 here, which is handy for programs like Ableton, Virtual DJ, PC DJ, whatever supports core audio and ASIO drivers you can use with this mixer. There's professional quality drivers with really low latency that support that. You can send effects out through the flex effects to an external USB loop. If you're using a program that supports multiple effects, you can send audio from any one of these channels, including the mics, to this USB loop, and you can put whatever effect you have on your computer and apply it to any one of these channels. You can also affect the main output using the flex effect that we have here. The crossfader inside here is the same non-contact magnetic fader that we've been using in the 68 for years. The headphone has split Q, and we included 2 headphone jacks, 1 1/4 inch and 1 little 1/8 inch jack in case you forget your adapter. Oh, this is the new Rane SL4 for Scratch Live. We have 4 inputs and an auxiliary input for recording. Each of these inputs can be selected either line or CD or line or phono here. There's direct through outputs just like the SL3, so you don't have to connect a bunch of wires like you had to with the SL1. If you want to pass audio from one of the inputs to the outputs, there's through options inside the software. If you're not using Scratch Live, when the box is powered externally or through USB, it's going to bypass the through automatically for you. There's 2 USB ports on this unit with 2 20 in and 20 out sound cards built into it, which makes for real easy swapping between DJs when you're in a club. DJ A can be rocking out doing his thing with 2 decks. DJ B can come along and use the other 2 decks simultaneously with DJ A. If 2 DJs are sharing turntables, they can both be connected to the box, passing audio from Scratch Live and swap control inside the software. The output side, You can there's 4 outputs for the 4 virtual decks that the SL4 supports, with an auxiliary output for the sample deck, for the bridge, or whatever you got going on there. You can do 96 and 48K recording with the box, and it comes with the universal power adapter. Here, that's the SL4.
Thank you very much, Sean and Rane, and appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.